Hello everyone, welcome to the Unfiltered Podcast, where myself, Amy and Robbo chat shit, have a laugh and be brutally honest. Today we are going to be joined with the TheNeoCubest himself, so grab some snacks and a drink and let's get started. Okay, so hello everyone, I have just done the intro, but welcome in the TheNeoCubest.
Hello, good to be here.
Hello, we are glad to have you here and we are very thankful that you've decided to come on.
Excited
We
to
are
be here.
indeed.
My first podcast.
Ooh, how special are we?
Yeah, we're honoured.
Okay, so
I had
we'll
an interview
introduce
a long
ourselves a
time ago.
little bit. Sorry about that, Neo.
No, you're good. You're good.
Obviously I'm Pearl, you know who I am.
Yeah.
I'm AmyAmos.
And I'm Robbo, other known as Alpha Ultra.
Nice. I am TheNeoCubest or Lee.
Or Lawrence.
Lee.
Or
Sorry.
Lawrence.
Or Lawrence, either one.
Yeah.
Either of the three.
Brilliant. Okay, so first of all, how's life, Neo? What have you been up to?
I've been pretty good. I'm working on the server a lot. You know, having a brand new server from the ground up has definitely been a lot of work.
Yeah.
It's been keeping me busy, that's for sure.
It's very fun.
Oh, thank you.
We really,
Yeah,
really
yeah,
enjoy
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Well, it makes me happy to hear that. I'll have to tell Kath and Scout that you guys said that.
Yes,
Yeah.
100%. We do have a few questions for you. By a few, I mean I've got 3 pages worth.
Cool. Oh, I
Um,
love questions. There you go.
Brilliant. They're not all rainy day based.
That's fine.
Before she starts, can I just ask, is there anything off topic we can't ask you?
I don't think so. I'm a pretty open book.
Okay.
Brilliant. Amy, have you got any questions first off?
Oh, hang on. I wasn't prepared, sorry. Right, okay, so first of all, what first pushed you to start doing YouTube? Like the first ever time?
What pushed me to start doing YouTube? That's a really good question, right? So way back in the day, me and my cousin used to watch YouTube. This was around like 2007, 2008, somewhere around there. And we just wanted to get a viral video. I think everyone at the time that had a YouTube channel back then wanted to get a viral video.
Yeah.
And so me and him made a very popular style of video back then called Nerf Wars. They were these little toy blasters.
Mm-hmm.
And we made a few of those, and we never got a viral video. But then, you know, Minecraft came out in 2010, well, at least the alpha versions, even before then. And so I made a couple of videos on that old channel, which was before I had the TheNeoCubest. But I wish I could find that old channel, but I can't.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
I mean,
love
I don't
to
know,
have seen
just-
that.
Do you
Yeah,
remember
me
the name
too.
of it?
You're telling me? No, I don't remember the username
No.
exactly. We had the email, but we looked it up and we couldn't find it.
Oh, that's
shame.
a shame.
Yeah, so I've really been doing YouTube, I guess, since like 2009, so like 16 years, and I'm like
Wow.
25 years old, so like 3/4 of my life is pretty much all I know how to do.
Wow. Was it
Wow.
like scary to do, like, because obviously I remember you saying you was nervous the first time you did YouTube.
Oh, for sure.
When you did a video, did you do commentary or was it non-commentary?
On the videos that were on the channel before this one, I don't think there was any audio at all because we couldn't figure out how to edit.
That was me, like 6 months
yeah.
ago.
It is it can be a chore to learn.
Yeah.
But yeah, the first time that I did my commentary was on the TheNeoCubest, and yeah, I was very nervous. I didn't think I would be, but you know, for some reason, even though you're talking to yourself and you can just delete it, you still get nervous.
100%.
Yeah,
Do you
after all
still get
this
nervous
time-
now?
No, honestly, and it's like I really don't. I think the only time I feel any amount of nerve at all is more so regarding like what I'm doing and making sure other people will like it.
Mm-hmm.
But the actual, like, you know, people hearing me and talking in front of a microphone, no, it just feels like second nature at this point.
A question following on from what Amy was just saying just then. Was you nervous to come on the podcast?
No, not really. I just feel like I'm in a call with some friends. I mean, I have been in an interview before in
Oh.
like 2014. A long time ago. Actually, no, 2015 or 16. I was trying to find the video, but I don't know where it is. But yeah, I was actually in like a little interview, and I got
Wow.
asked kind of questions like this. I guess I'm not really sure.
Well, we
Eh,
was all nervous.
well, don't be. I really am just a regular dude. I don't really know what I'm doing either. No one really does. People act like it, but nobody really knows.
Okay, I also have a question. Well, I've got quite a few,
Yeah.
but I'll just do it in order. How did it feel when you started to grow on YouTube, and who was it that you told first?
How did it feel when I started to grow on YouTube? Well, it felt good. I remember, but way back when, it wasn't when I started YouTube, it was never to try to make money. I knew that you could, and that would be really cool. But way back when, that wasn't, the content creator wasn't a term. YouTuber really wasn't a term. Like nobody really knew that people were making money from YouTube. So when I reached the minimum requirements for monetization back then, it was tricky because you had to be a part of a network to be monetized. So I went with, I don't remember the name of the company, but I went with a company to have my channel partnered so that I could be a YouTube partner and start running ads.
Yeah.
And I think it was at that point that I got really excited when I got my like first $100 in the mail or whatever the minimum was for withdrawing. And I was so excited. I probably told my dad, I think. I think he was
Aw.
usually the one, like if it was a business related thing, it was always him, because I wanted to make him proud.
Yeah.
And I'm
it
sure
was
you really
probably
did,
him.
Neo.
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
I think you did, personally. Because you do well on YouTube.
Yeah, not so much anymore, but that's kind of my own doing. I could get it back, but
Yeah.
it's nice to be able to not have an algorithm determine
Yeah.
my income. I think it's a lot healthier mentally, I think, for sure.
Anyone else got any questions? Amy? Robbo?
I can go, I don't mind. Do you ever feel overwhelmed with the responsibility to satisfy your subscribers?
Do I ever feel overwhelmed with responsibilities to satisfy my subscribers? Well, I think that's a very good question, by the way. So when I was doing YouTube as my main job and my main source of income, for sure, yeah. I mean, you guys have seen it because you're on a server a lot, but it's really hard to make everyone happy all the time.
Yeah.
And so like I'd be doing a let's play or something, and people would be like, "You should do X," and then I would do X, and then people were like, "No, you should have done Y," and it's like,
Yeah.
I'm just trying
Yeah,
my
you
best.
never satisfy everyone.
No, you can just try to make the majority happy and shoot for that. And at this
Yeah.
point, I just ignore the people. I mean, sometimes people still can get to me, but for the most part, you just got to ignore people. You could say ignore the haters, but not even necessarily people that hate. Just ignore people that are negative, because sometimes, there's a way to be, constructive criticism, obviously, but there's a way people can, tell you things without being mean. And I
Yeah.
listen to
Yeah.
those people, but if they're mean, I just usually block them, especially if it's on YouTube. There's just no point. You'll never win
Yeah.
with those people.
Yeah,
I've
life's
done that
too
quite-
short, isn't it?
I've done that quite a few
Yeah.
times. I see a nasty comment, pure and simple, just nasty. Goodbye.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%. I've probably blocked 10, 20,000 people. Like,
Oh,
it's
wow.
2 clicks,
Yeah.
and you never have to see them again.
Did you ever get burnt out?
Did I ever get burnt out? Probably 20, 30 times. I mean, I've done this, at least on this channel, for 11 years. So yeah, I mean, I've definitely gotten burnt out. There was a point maybe in 2016, 17, somewhere around there, where I had just fully given up on YouTube, and I had a conversation with, I think, I'm not sure, one of my friends, and then Lauren at the time. We had just started dating, and
Aw.
I started it back up again, and it went really well, because at the point I'd quit, I'd barely gotten over 100,000 subscribers. I felt
Yeah.
like I had made it back then. And I kind of quit. I was just burnt out. I did tutorials for like 6 years straight, and
Yeah.
thinking of something to build, a couple times a week. It's just a lot. It was just a
Yeah.
lot.
What was your thought process of running a big server like Rainy Day and Neo Network, and has it been what you was expecting?
Yeah. So part of this was said in my explanation video, the one called "I'm Quitting," very aptly named, where I quit Neo Network. My thought process was essentially I was approached by Saito originally to make some videos for OP blocks. And, you know, I came on the server and I didn't even realize at the time that servers had gotten to the point where they are like able to be really customized and have really cool plugins. Like they got, like, it blew my mind when I first logged into OP blocks. I didn't realize that was possible. And in our brief conversation that we had after, we had an exchange on Discord, and then we got in a call for an hour or two, and he was just talking to me about, you know, how he had tried to make a server for a YouTuber in the past, and it didn't really work out because he didn't really, you know, he made some videos for it and then just kind of quit. And I was like, I would definitely not do that, and I would love to have a server like this. And then we all know how that ended. Yeah, it did really great. It did really great. It became my main source of income. I was able to finally not rely on an algorithmic income, which is absolutely torture. I would not wish that on anyone. So what was the question again? I feel like I got off track.
What was your thought process of running a big server like Rainy Day and Neo Network, and had it been what you were expecting?
Yeah, okay. So, yeah, my thought process behind, so I ran NeoDude, which was a server between, well, actually before NeoDude, there was a server called Nightlight that was made with my cousin, me, and a couple of his friends at the time, and that was an absolute blast. I loved like seeing random people from the internet playing on something we created.
Yeah.
And so I was always fascinated and always dreamed of having a big server. And I started NeoDude with my friend Dirk, still a great friend of mine. And it never really was super successful just because neither of us could develop, and it was just, I don't know, a basic survival server, and those usually die pretty quick.
Yeah.
And so I guess it was always kind of a dream in the back of my head because I knew that you could live off of it. Like they can make a lot of money, but it's really hard to get a server to that point. And we're not quite there with Rainy Day, but we can run Rainy Day for quite a long time until we get to that point. And that's really kind of the hope. And it's pretty exciting. It really is. It's exciting.
Good. Following on from that question, it's kind of like a question within a question. Do you prefer Rainy Day over Neo Network or vice versa?
That is a good question, and I think you know the answer.
Yes, I think I do.
Yeah, I think we do.
So I mean, there's aspects of Neo Network that I liked more, and the only reason I liked them more is because it was around longer, and it was based off of a server that had already been in development for 5-6 years even.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, as far as like the amount of things to do on Neo Network, obviously there was more options, and on Rainy Day will far surpass that, but it will take time for sure.
Yeah.
But in every other aspect, Rainy Day is just it is truly a dream to be a part of the team that runs it. I mean, it is beautiful. The way it's coded is beautiful. All the builds are beautiful. All of our models are beautiful. The chat looks good. The community is incredible. We have the best from all three servers at this point. We have people from Penguin.tg, OP Blocks, Neo Network, even from Underblock. Almost forgot the name of it. We have people from all around the world who play, and I think it really is a beautiful thing.
I know Robbo wanted to mention something about that question, whether she still does or not.
What question was it?
Are you even listening? It was, do you prefer Rainy Day or Neo Network?
Yeah, you've already asked that.
Yes, I know, but I remember you saying yesterday that there was something that you wanted to say.
Oh. So on Neo Network, I preferred the monthly keys a lot more, but I think now, today, that I've seen on Rainy Day, that they are buffed now. I think they balance it out because you're getting what you pay for now.
Yeah, we definitely launched them. They were definitely too weak, and we recognized that, and we listened to you guys, and they are a lot better now. I don't think we can really buff them anymore. They'll be too overpowered, but they're I think they're in a much better place now than they were in September.
I agree. I do personally, Neo. I'm sorry if this upsets you. I did think the September crates were a bit crap.
Yeah.
It doesn't upset me at all. That's the feedback I need. I need honesty.
Yeah.
And it's just numbers in a config file, so it's not like it wasn't too hard for Kath to change.
Yeah.
It took a
Yeah.
few iterations of testing. I mean, a lot of work can go into that, but as far as like man hours, it's a pretty simple thing to fix.
Yeah.
So
Will you ever go back to your survival world, back to the CBC SOG?
back to the CSOG.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like in my head, I don't want to go back to it because I'm just going to think about my dad because that
Yeah.
world, a lot of that world was me
Yeah.
having an escape, I guess, from the real world. So I'd spent a lot of time in that world when I didn't really want to be here necessarily, and I just wanted to think and be in a virtual world. So I have not even logged back into that world, and I'm kind of scared too, but
Oh, bless you.
maybe I can and it'd be okay. I really don't know, but I'd almost prefer to start fresh, which would kind of suck for everyone, but
I mean, you've got to do what you've got to do, Neo. You're not going to
yeah.
force yourself to do something that you're not going to enjoy.
Yeah, exactly. Just unforeseen circumstances. I fully intended that world to be like a year, more than a year, like years running to go in between versions. And that's literally the exact plan I had for that world. And I was setting it up for that. But then life happens and
Yeah.
that was a wrench in your
Yeah.
plans. So,
Would you start another Let's Play series soon?
oh, yeah. Yeah, no, I really, really want to. I just want to time it correctly. Like when I'm feeling really good because I mean, people can tell, if you're not feeling super good
Yeah.
that maybe you're doing something you don't want to do at the time. And I don't want that. I think the people that have been subscribed to me for a long time, they deserve my best.
100%.
And I'm going to make
Yeah.
sure I can give them my best and I think I can do a really cool world. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do, but I have some ideas I've been tossing around in my head.
Just a little side thing here. Would you ever do another Better Minecraft series? Because me and Amy enjoyed that so much.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know if it would be better Minecraft or if it would be a different mod pack, but I actually was playing a mod pack with a friend recently for a few days. It was like an RPG kind of mod pack, and it was pretty fun.
Mm.
I think we did the first boss and then got bored because the first boss's loot really sucked. So
Yeah.
I'm not sure if we'll go back to it, but yeah, I think modded Minecraft's definitely in the future. I think for
I
sure.
love modding Minecraft.
Yeah, me too. Me
Yeah.
too.
If you could tell your younger self one piece of advice, what would you say? It doesn't have to be about YouTube. It can be about general life.
Yeah. If I could give my younger self one piece of advice, I'd probably be quit worrying. It's gonna be fine. I think that's a good one that I still struggle
is a
with.
good
I worry
one.
a lot.
Yeah.
I'm a very anxious person. So maybe even telling my younger self that maybe it would plant a seed of knowledge that would let me
Mm.
grow that into fruition. I'm not sure, but I don't know. I feel like that would be a good one. That's definitely one that affects me even today. So
Yeah, I'm an anxious
know.
person as well, aren't I, Amy and Robbo?
Yeah.
yeah, I think I definitely I know you hear me in the videos and stuff. I sound really confident. I'm talking and stuff like that, but I don't know. I feel like I've just done this so long that no matter how I'm feeling, I can sound like this. So I promise you, I struggle with that for sure. So
Yeah.
something related to that, if I could help my younger self not have that problem, that would be great.
It's good advice. Do you have any advice for anybody who'd like to start YouTube?
Have any advice for anyone to start YouTube? Well, I feel like my advice gets more and more outdated as the time goes on, but I definitely recognize things that I see people doing, especially when they start out, it's not going to lead to anywhere. Not that they're doing something wrong, but if their intention is to grow, they're not doing the right things. And a lot of people, and I mean this in the kindest way possible, a lot of people think that they can just make videos consistently and they will grow. And unfortunately, like back in the day, that would work when there wasn't that many people doing it. But now there's kids growing up and they're like, I want to be a YouTuber. I want to be a content creator. That wasn't a thing growing up for me. Like YouTube was not very popular. And nowadays it is like one of the largest places people consume media in the world. It might be the largest. And so just by nature of that being true, there is a lot of competition. It is super saturated, especially in the gaming space. So whenever you go to like your YouTube homepage and you see a video that's like gaming and for some reason you're interested and you click on it, try to replicate what they're doing. I don't care. You don't need to copy them exactly, but if there's something that could break through the algorithm and be displayed to you from someone that you've never seen before, take the factors that are leading to that and use them to your advantage. Like, I don't know if someone's doing a challenge in a unique way, maybe you can put your own twist on it. There's nothing wrong with that, as long as you're not directly copying somebody. I mean, all media at this point is inspired from other media. There's not really, that's just how art works. It's like, so as the first person who drew a straight line, are you still copying them today when you draw a straight line? You know what I mean? It's like, you could say you're copying somebody. You're really not. If you take your own creative freedoms with it and you change it enough and you do it in your own way, that's a beautiful thing. That's just making art, making content. If you can capture that and do that, you can be successful, but you got to break out of the crowd no matter what you're doing, no matter if you're making, I don't know, like wood, what is it called? Wood making? Woodcraft? What the hell is that called? I don't know, where you make stuff out of wood. If you make videos on that, you know, you're fixing tractors, whatever you're doing, you got to do something.
Carpenter.
You just gotta. Yeah, carpentry. Yeah.
I agree with you though on Neo. When you said that you can't just post one video and it'll grow. Like, I've been talking to Amy about it for so long that I was doing sort of better Minecraft videos, and I would spend about 2 hours recording it, about 5 hours editing it to get 30 views.
Yeah. You might have to do that for years and years and years until you grow. But
yeah.
I think so I know I haven't been super active with the media team, and the main reason behind that is there's not really a lot we can do when we're in the middle of a season. Now, once the next season starts, I'm going to have a lot of meetings with people on the media team, and I'm going to encourage you guys to do Let's Plays of the new season alongside me. And what that means is you just make a Let's Play series on your own world, and at the end of my videos or near the beginning, somewhere like that, I will shout everyone out. I've done that in the past, and it worked super well. People were getting hundreds, thousands of views. And it just grew because people were like, oh, well, Neo didn't upload a Let's Play episode today. I wonder if Pearl did or something like that. And so people will go around and they'll click and they'll watch other people's Let's Plays because they're already viewers that like Let's Plays. So you're just giving them more content to watch.
Yeah.
I think that would be easy enough for me to do, actually, because I'm actually going solo next season and I'm really nervous.
Yeah. A lot of people, I'll encourage the people that are going to be making a Let's Play series to probably be solo just so they don't miss anything.
Yeah.
But you know, people don't have to do that, but I think that'd be a good way to get people to start growing.
Yeah, and I think one of the things as well, a lot of younger people think that YouTube is really easy. Like, you just play in and that's it, where they don't realise how much actually goes on in the background as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely an art. I actually have a document called How to Make a Successful Let's Play. I spent a long time making it. This was for Neo Network back in the day, and I'd have to update it for sure.
Please show me that.
Yeah, for sure. I'll put it right here. And like I said, I mean, info obviously is made for Neo Network and stuff, but that's just changing a few links and IP addresses and stuff. But yeah, I'd read through that at some point. I forgot about that. I forgot about making this. I spent a long time condensing all this information into here. Yeah, man, I forgot I made this. But yeah,
I will definitely be having a look at that afterwards.
Yeah, I'd be interested. I mean, I'm not interested in YouTube, but I'd be interested to give it a read.
Yeah, and I mean, it's. Yeah, I forgot I made that. That's cool. Yeah, I'll update that a little bit, and I'll share it with the media team. You guys feel free to look at it.
I will do. Do you have any plans for when you do get to 1 million subscribers?
Do I have any plans for when I get to 1 million subscribers?
We're saying when.
Yeah,
when.
Well, so I'll show you a chart. First of all, I would be absolutely ecstatic to reach 1 million subscribers, but my confidence in that has dwindled year after year just because my style of content still appeals to a decent sized group of people, but not nearly as many as it used to.
Yeah.
And so it's harder for me to grow. I made a well, I can't find the right kind of graph, but like, for example, a year ago or something, maybe a little bit more, I was at like 916,000. So in the last year, I've just lost 9,000 subscribers. I'm sure a lot of those are, displaced with new people, but not as many that are, when you do YouTube for this long, there's so many people whose interests change and they just don't watch Minecraft anymore, or maybe their account gets deleted or flagged as spam, something like that. And so I have a lot of dead accounts on my channel for sure that just get removed all the time automatically. And combine that with people who lose interest in Minecraft, then every day I'm losing like 40 subscribers, 20, something like that.
That's got to knock your confidence, though, hasn't it? Like,
honest
No?
to God, I really at this point I just don't care about my subscriber count, because subscriber count is like very, very well. It used to be really important, but at this
Yeah.
point in YouTube, it's really not important to have a big subscriber count. You can find viral videos from people with 300 subscribers.
yeah,
It's
true.
all about average view duration. Doesn't care how big the channel is. It really doesn't. It's just trying to make YouTube money. And if you can make a video that makes people watch the entire thing and it's 10 minutes long, you can bet your ass that will be a very, very large video very soon.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it just doesn't, aside from a psychological factor, people look at it, oh, it's from a big channel, you know, it should be a good video, but there's plenty of channels out there like mine that, you know, I'm not that I'm saying I'm making bad videos, but, you know, I'm getting, you know, like 4,000 views, 3,000, 6,000. So it's just kind of a wash with subscriber count at this point.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd love to hit 1 million. I don't know what I'd do. I'd be really happy, but I don't really think I'd do a whole lot, but it would definitely be a pretty big achievement.
You will eventually. But
Yeah,
I have
we are-
faith.
Yeah, we're saying when, not if, when.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
Yeah. Okay, so do you have some sort of issue / beef with SB737?
Do I have any beef? No, actually, I'm friends with him on
No?
Discord. I think he's a
yeah.
pretty cool guy.
Oh.
Yeah, no, we've talked a few times. We were in a call for maybe a couple of hours whenever Penguin.gg was going to be started, because I was explaining some stuff to him. But no, yeah, I've never had a problem with him.
Okay.
Fun fact that Amy actually lives about 20 minutes from him.
Oh, nice. That's kind of cool.
I'll go around for a brew and knock on door.
Oh, hell yeah, cool.
Hello. Is there any server insight that you can share with us at this moment in time?
Is there any server?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Something that hasn't actually been said yet, but you feel like you are able to somewhat say?
Oh, you mean like a feature on the server?
Yeah, anything that you can
Oh,
share.
Okay. Sorry, I just don't understand the question.
Sorry.
No, you're good. I'm trying to think. I mean, not really. I mean, I feel like a lot of the stuff that, you know, we were supposed to have done during season 1 is what's going to be coming out in season 2. I'm trying to think of something cool, but like I really don't know. There's not really any secrets. We don't have any big plans we haven't told you guys about yet.
I'm so looking forward to Dungeons.
So am I.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
Dungeons would be cool.
Neo, I was so disappointed when we was told that Dungeons wasn't coming this season, because I spent
Yeah.
hours and hours and hours getting this sword ready and it's not even coming.
Yeah, I know. A lot of people, I mean, we were disappointed too. I mean,
yeah.
it just is one of those things that was not feasible if we wanted to get some other stuff done that we really needed to get done, like quality of life and like, you know,
yeah, no, we get that.
Right stuff. But yeah.
But something to look forward to for next season.
100%.
Yes, for sure it will be next season.
Yeah.
For
Love
sure.
that.
Already started working on it.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah.
So out of all the players, who would you team up with if you had to team up with someone, or multiple players?
If I had to, well, I'll always be a solo just because of YouTube. But if I had to do it, it would have to be Owl, just because he and his team has so much tech that people will never probably find out about. Like, they have some crazy stuff they're just doing with Redstone and stuff like that. So
I feel a bit
definitely
disheartened.
Yeah,
I know, thanks. I'm joking.
We would win for sure.
Yeah.
Would you ever do another face reveal? In like a
another
live
face
stream
reveal?
or anything?
Yeah, no, I definitely will. Like, so when I did the one in 2020, that was when I was probably at my heaviest. So, I mean, you can imagine the amount of bullying that comes from that.
Yeah.
Oh.
And yeah, that was not super pleasant. But yeah, I mean, since then, I don't know, I've probably lost I know I've lost 100 pounds in the last year, but since then I'm probably down like at least 120 pounds since then. So yeah, it definitely would be pretty cool to do one, so people don't think, you know, I guess I look like that. I don't know, but yeah, that was probably the heaviest it was in my whole life. It was a horrible time to do it, but I had a brand deal with NZXT at the time, and I wanted to bundle, you know, like a big video with something promoting their stuff, because they sent me a really nice computer, so I wanted to make sure they got their money's worth.
Yeah.
They did not. They definitely did not, but It was a gamble for them to work with me. I'm glad they did because I'm still using the computer now. It's sitting right next to me.
Oh wow.
Probably will use it
Oh,
for a
brilliant.
long time. Yeah.
Following on from that, are you thinking of doing any more live streams recently or in the future?
Yeah, I definitely want to do live streams. I don't know why. I wasn't feeling too good for the past few months. I feel like I'm starting to feel better, but like I just didn't. I don't know. It was definitely a bad time to launch a server. Like we launched 2 weeks after my dad died, maybe something like that. So I definitely was not at my best, and so this whole series was kind of scuffed from the start for sure. But yeah, I definitely want to do more live streams.
Yay, we enjoy them.
Oh, good.
So, do you think that you've chose the right people for staff?
I think I've chose the right. Well, I don't choose the people for staff. That's
Oh,
all
do you know?
Kath. No,
Oh.
Kath runs the staff team. Yep.
Do you not get any sorry, Amy. Sorry.
It's all right. Go on.
Do you not get any say though of like who's staff, or is it just mainly Kath?
Well, so Kath's one of her responsibilities is running the staff team. She designs all the content on the server. But yeah, I mean, I get input into everything, and so does Scout. But as far as like making the decision, that is her decision to make.
Okay. Carry on, Amy.
Forgot what I was. Sorry, it's gone out of my head. I'm old.
All good.
Robbo, do you have any questions? Oh, sorry, Amy.
Sorry, I was just going to ask another question, that's all.
Oh, yeah, go on then.
Will we be getting a survival or prisons, and do you know when?
Yeah, I mean, we're definitely going to have both of those at some point. As far as when, I don't even want to give you a timeline just because we want to make sure Skyblock is in a really good place before we dump pretty much all of our resources into developing a new game mode. Because if we do another game mode, it's going to be done the right way, like we did Skyblock, and it's going to be, hopefully it won't take as much time because we have a lot of the, like networking framework made. We have a droplet system, stuff like that. So it shouldn't take as long, but like, I don't even think within a year we'll have another game mode, if I'm completely honest.
Can I just say though, when you do survival, we make sure you keep inventories on, please.
I have no idea if it will be or not, but I know that if we've been toying with kind of a hybrid MMO survival kind of server, so it would be something that is, it has like permanent places in the map, but then it also has an area that you can build and stuff like that would reset. But then maybe you can have a place that never resets. I'm not really sure, but with quests and cool unique items, stuff like that. So that's something we've been toying around.
That sounds cool.
We all really think an MMO server would be good. We just have to figure out, ways to monetize it. We'd have to spend tens of thousands of dollars on builds, and so it would be a big undertaking. But it's something we're definitely looking at doing.
Do you have a build team?
No, we don't have a build team. We have one person that we work with that's done a lot of the builds for Network OP blocks. And now she does work for us, and she does obviously very, very good work. And yeah, I mean, we've worked with her, I guess, for years now, and she's never disappointed us.
Yeah.
She, like, for example, the spawn you see takes her maybe 6 to 8 hours of work, something like that.
Is that it?
Yeah.
It looks like it takes weeks.
Yeah, I know. I mean, when you build for a living, I guess you get quick on it.
Yeah.
So you pay per 1x1 area. So like if you have 150 by 150 spawn, I think that spawn, because we asked for interiors and more detail, like that spawn was like maybe $800. But if she can do it in 8 hours, it's $100 an hour. It's pretty good.
Yeah,
that's really good.
Pretty good income. Yeah.
Yeah, she's very good as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
She knows it. She charges like it. She does do very good, and we're more than happy to pay for it.
Yeah.
I've got a few questions that aren't exactly rainy day. They might be a bit personal, but like I said when I messaged you about the podcast, if there's anything you don't want to answer, that's fine. How are you and Lauren?
Pretty good, I'd say. I'd say we're doing pretty good. That is like one of the only things, like, like eventually, we want to have kids and stuff like that. But that's one part of my life that I'll keep private for sure.
Yeah, 100%.
I don't yet. I'd love to, for sure. But I think we're doing really good.
Good. how's Hazel?
How's Hazel? Hazel's doing very good. She's 10 months old now, I think, almost 11 months. So she's got that puppy energy still. We take her to a doggy daycare place to help her
Aw.
play with other dogs sometimes during the day when we're busy.
Yeah.
And that helps her get a lot of the energy out. But yeah, she's very cute. Like I don't understand how she's still just as cute as she was at 8 weeks old.
Oh,
Aw. I did have another question, but hang on a second. Has anyone else got any other questions while I just think of what I was going to say?
have you got any events planned for maybe a Christmas event or a Halloween event or something? So I don't know, like on your network, you did the thing.
Yeah, so we would love to do events, but like while we're working on, especially like while we're working on dungeons and stuff, I don't think we're gonna be able to take the time to do them. But in the future, there will be events for pretty much every holiday, yes, and they'll be really cool. Not just like go here and find a block and then click it and then click on me again. Like it'll be actually like fun interactive stuff with good rewards.
I actually like them events, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean we can do stuff like that, but we have some pretty big ideas for them. But it's just we have so much cool stuff planned. It's just how and when we're gonna get it done.
And it's prioritizing the order you want to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You got it. Exactly.
Yeah.
There was a question that was from someone on my Discord. I'm gonna keep their name anonymous because they didn't want their name to be said. And they said, can you ask Neo if the crates and stuff is fixed? Because it seems like the well-known players of the server, I'm not going to name any names, seems to get the kind of better rewards than like a player that has only been on for like half an hour.
Yeah, so I don't, like, at least with the way our system is designed now, that's really not possible. I mean, ethically, we'd never do that, but also, like, in code, the way we have it coded right now, that would not even be something we're able to do. But we would never do that anyways. It would only hurt us.
Yeah.
I don't really think it would help. But yeah, I mean, that's just the way random odds work. Sometimes they feel like they have some sort of pattern when in reality they don't. I was noticing that, like, when we were playing that game on Muttmore's Island, people would go to the, like, let's say the copper block got picked last round. Well, people will go to the copper block this round because they're like, surely it won't be twice in a row. But in reality, statistically, it's all 25%.
Yeah.
It's just the way it is. So, yeah, no, we don't do that. We will never do that. But, yeah, I mean, sometimes random odds just seem to have a pattern when they really don't.
And I think as well, because a lot of obviously they'll get cloud coins from being on Island Top, so they're able to buy keys more often. So it might seem like they're getting really good stuff, but they're just opening more keys.
Yeah, exactly. Because when you open a bad key, you don't see a message in chat, so you don't really know. So if someone's opening 10 versus, a couple, that's, I mean, I could see why someone would think that, but yeah, it's just not the way it's happening.
I do want to ask a question about the cosmetics.
Sure.
Again, I don't mean to offend anybody, but
no, you're good.
I personally, unless it's obviously going to change in the future, or because I know you mentioned that cosmetic keys could possibly be in quests and other stuff.
Yeah.
But right now, I kind of feel like it's a tiny bit unfair that you can only get tags and stuff from the cosmetics, because some people can't afford the monthly crates. I know you can get cloud coins from voting and stuff, but that's like 2-3 months worth of waiting.
Yeah, so I mean it's a valid concern, and if it was something that like affected gameplay, then we would be much more willing to change it. But like you don't need a tag to play, or you don't need a weapon skin or something like that. Like purely cosmetic things in most games are only obtainable through payment. Yeah. And like if that wasn't the industry standard and you could still make money doing it another way, we would love to. But like at the end of the day, we all have mouths to feed, and we really can't do it another way. As far as them being only obtainable in the monthly crate and not like direct purchasing, the reason it's done like that is not because it's like some evil scheme or something. It's because people like I'll just like name drop. So someone like Toxic Jolt that has a lot of money to spend
Yes.
will just buy thousands of cosmetic keys, and then the cosmetics, they don't feel special. We want them to feel special.
Yeah.
And part of that feeling special is making them harder to get, because like, for example, on the old servers like Neo Network, the chat just didn't look good because there were so many tags. Like, I mean, I remember going through the page. There was like over 300 tags.
Wow.
And like, it was absolutely crazy.
I think I had about 3 pages, and I only wore about 4 of them.
And like, did you feel like any of them were special? Like maybe you had a few you really liked, but you get so many they get watered down.
Yeah.
I really liked the Neo with a red heart one. That was my favourite.
Yeah.
My favourite was May the 4th.
Yeah.
Because I like Star Wars, so.
Yeah. So there, I in the future there'll be opportunities to get cosmetics like that. I'm not sure how that will look, whether it'll be from getting a cosmetic key from doing a quest, but I mean, there's a lot of things. Like, people will still be able to earn more cloud coins. Like, the amount of cloud coins you're getting from voting now, it was intentioned to not be, I think it's like equivalent to $8 or something like that. You could earn like $15 of equivalent gift cards like on Neo Network, and we're going to add a way that you can get the other $7 of that in the future, whether that's through quests or through something that resets every month. I'm not really sure how that's gonna work, but that will be something obtainable.
Can I just say as well, I love the way you've changed the voting, where it's every 100 votes it changes instead of every month. I think that's brilliant.
Yeah, I mean, that's how it was originally, and I guess it was an accident, and then they changed it, and I was like, why did you guys do that? Because people really like that. I think that's so much of a better system. Like, because what if you start voting on the 16th, then you just can't do it? Like, that's just...
Yeah. But not everybody can play every day as well, so you don't feel like you have to come on and vote.
Well, you can vote from your phone. You don't actually have to... I think you could save up to, like, I don't know how many offline votes, 5 or 10 or something like that.
Yeah.
But if you can't come on for 10 days, then yeah, it would be a problem.
Yeah. I do have a question.
Yep.
Do you know how you was mentioning before about quests and stuff? Would that be added next season?
We would love for it to be added next season. And if we have time to do it, it will be added. I mean, all of this is just like, do we have time?
Yeah.
It honestly depends on how long Dungeons is going to take. And Dungeons is a very, very large project. So hopefully we'll have time. I mean, ideally, we have a large list of things we'd love for season 2 that we haven't shared. We might share it at some point, but I can't really share it without talking to them first. But things that we want to have for season 2, like a very large list. So hopefully, I really hope, because it'd give me something to do.
Yeah. I was going to say something, but I can't remember what I was going to say.
Oh, you're okay.
Do you have any questions for us three or for players of Rainy Day?
Any questions? Not really, honestly. I feel like I hear a lot from you guys for sure. So it's nice to for you guys to hear from me.
Yeah, people are not shy about telling the feelings, are they?
Not always, though. There's a lot of people that are really, really nice, though. I think the majority of people are really, really nice. But there's definitely some people in the community that can be a little blunt, a little too blunt.
Yeah.
I can think of a few people that are quite blunt.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. It's been like that since I've had a large community online. There's always people like that. Always people like that.
Amy, Robbo, do you have any other questions?
I don't think so. We've covered everything.
I'm just curious. Neil, will you be playing Black Ops 6?
I will. I already have it pre-ordered. I have a friend I played Call of Duty with since since Modern Warfare, the original Modern Warfare came out in like 2009 or 10 or 11. So yeah, I'll definitely be playing it quite a bit. So the first video game I ever played was an FPS. It was called Battlefield 2142 back in 2006. And so I started aiming on a keyboard and mouse in 2006. So it's been almost 20 years. No, I mean, it's like 18 years of doing that. So like, just by nature of being good at aiming in an FPS game, like, yeah, I mean, I'm like above average, but I'm not like incredible.
Okay.
But yeah, I'll definitely be playing it.
Well, I personally don't have any more questions.
I don't.
Robbo?
No, I think that's it covered, to be honest.
If I do have any more questions, though, Neo, just prepare your DMs.
Okay, sounds good. Well, I do appreciate you guys having me on. I'm happy I can now say I've been on my first podcast.
And
thank you for coming on.
Yes, thank you so much. We genuinely thought, no offense, Neo, that you was going to say no.
No, I don't mind. I mean, it took 40 minutes of my day, and I got to talk about stuff I like talking about. So it's a win-win, and it helps you guys out. So
thank you so much.
Why wouldn't I? Yeah.
And
I hope you guys all have a wonderful rest of your days.
Yeah,
you as
too.
well.
All right, see ya.
See ya.
Thank you. Bye.